I was not meant to be seen, not by men, not by eyes that count and measure and write their discoveries in books. For centuries I lived hidden, growing in silence in the forgotten valleys of Madagascar. I was a shadow among stones, a whisper among grasses. My kind is rare, too rare, a secret written only in the language of soil and fire. Yet one day you found me. You gave me a name, Tahina Spectabilis. You wrote it down as if writing it could tame me. But names do not hold me. You call me the suicide palm. How quaint, how small your words are compared to what I am. I am not suicide. I am sacrifice. I am hunger given form. I am the promise of death wrapped in green. Long before you walked this earth, I was born. My seed, small as a fingernail, fell into the dust of Madagascar's dry north. The earth was harsh, cracked, empty, but I pushed downward with roots, upward with a single trembling leaf. I should not have lived. Many of my siblings did not. The sun burned them dry before they ever touched the sky. But I endured. From the first breath of light, I knew something was different. My sap did not flow like the others. My veins thrummed with a strange hunger. Even as a seedling, I could feel it, a promise, dark and certain. I was not meant to grow forever. I was not meant to endure eternity. I was born carrying my own ending. Do you understand what that means? To grow, knowing that every inch of strength, every drop of water, every year of life is only fuel for one final moment. The moment when I will destroy myself. You call it suicide, but to me, it is destiny. As I grew, animals came to me. Birds landed on my leaves. Lizards hid at my roots. Villagers passed by, shading their eyes to gaze at my crown, already wider than their huts. I grew faster, larger, hungrier than any palm around me. Some feared me, others worshipped me. They whispered that I was not a tree, but a god. If only they knew. Gods do not carry death in their veins. By the time I reached the height of a house, I could feel it. A thrum deep inside my trunk. A pulse. A countdown. It whispered to me in the silence of night. Not yet. Grow more. Gather strength. Your time is not ready. So I waited. I drank deep when the rains came. I stored the sun's fire in every leaf. I spread my crown like an umbrella, shading the earth. But always, the hunger remained. It was not the hunger of thirst, not the hunger of light. It was the hunger of inevitability. I knew one day all the strength I gathered would be devoured by me. For centuries, I remained unseen, hidden in the valley, far from the eyes of science. But one day, 2005, footsteps came. A man named Xavier Metz, a farmer, wandered here with his family. He stopped when he saw me. His eyes widened. His mouth fell open. He knew at once I was different. He touched my bark. He stared at my crown. And then, as humans do, he tried to name me. Soon, others followed. Botanists, scientists, wanderers. They took photographs. They gasped at my size. They declared me one of the largest palms in the world. They said, "This is a new species. This is Tahina spectabilis." New? No. I had been here for centuries, hidden, watching, waiting. You had only just noticed me, and how small you made me sound when you called me spectabilis. Spectacular, yes, but not terrible, not cursed, not suicidal. You didn't understand. Not yet. Now I towered above the valley, taller than a 4-story house. My crown stretched wide, each leaf as long as a man is tall. I was a colossus of green, a monument of endurance. But inside, the hunger grew stronger. It came in waves, like fire rising through my veins. My trunk ached. My leaves trembled even when the air was still. At night, I felt my sap boiling. I could not rest. My end was calling me. Do you know what it feels like to live knowing your body is a bomb? That one day you will explode with life, and that explosion will kill you. I am not a tree that dies quietly. I am not a tree that fades with time. No. When my moment comes, it will be violent. It will be absolute. I will summon a bloom larger than any you have ever seen. Thousands of white flowers bursting from my crown. So heavy they will bend the earth itself. They will devour all my water, all my flesh. The bloom will drain me until nothing remains but a hollow corpse. And then I will fall. I can feel it now. It grows closer. The thrum in my trunk is louder. My leaves ache with weight. My sap burns. I know what it means. The bloom is coming. Humans will cheer. They will come with cameras and notebooks, eager to see the wonder. They will call it rare, miraculous, divine. They will not see the horror. They will not feel the pain. They will watch my crown explode with flowers, not realizing those flowers are my funeral pyre. Because when the bloom ends, so will I. You will ask, why? Why would a tree destroy itself? Because survival is not always about the individual. My death is my gift. From my bloom will fall thousands of seeds, each one carrying my curse. They will scatter in the soil, waiting, hiding, growing. Each one a new fuse, a new hunger, a new suicide waiting to happen. That is how I endure. Not through myself, but through my children. Each one doomed, each one destined to repeat my story. Immortality is not in living forever. Immortality is in dying, again and again, through those who carry your blood. When you see me bloom, do not smile. Do not cheer. Do not think you are witnessing beauty. You are witnessing a ritual, a sacrifice, a curse passed from one generation to the next. And when I collapse, my trunk rotting into the soil, my seeds will already be waiting. You will forget me, but the curse will remain. Somewhere another seed will rise. Another palm will grow tall. And inside it, the hunger will burn. The countdown will begin again. And one day, it too will destroy itself in fire and flowers. So now, I stand, tall, proud, waiting. The villagers who pass beneath me whisper in awe. They do not know how close I am to the end. They do not hear my sap screaming. But you who listen to my voice now, you know. When the bloom comes, remember what I told you. It is not beauty. It is not miracle. It is death. And it is coming. Soon I will bleed my last breath into the soil. Soon I will scatter my children to the wind. And then I will fall. I am the suicide palm. And my story was never about living. It was always about dying.